This is the Tyrant podcast, and I am Kevin. I'm the host of this podcast, and I'm bringing something back. Something that I thought would never come back to the podcast. Something that I discarded for a long time. Something that I thought would never darken my podcast door again. It's my fiancée, Celine.
Hello.
Yeah. Are you saying hello to me, or are you thinking like there's a crowd of people waiting to go yay and applaud?
There's a crowd.
There's a queue. Yeah. You need to pick me up today.
Yeah.
Because people were saying that you had great chats when you used to do this. The thing is, I don't know what way to explain why you weren't on it. So we can either give the very boring reason, which there's actually no reason why.
No.
Or we can make up one.
Ooh, let's make one up.
Okay, we'll make up a reason. So, if I started off and
Yes.
you just continue on the sentence. Okay, the reason why Celine no longer did the intros of this podcast was because she felt that... Do we do one word?
Oh,
we'll do that. Okay. The reason why Celine didn't join me to do the intros of this podcast anymore for a long period of time is because Celine felt
that
I
wanted
to
find
the
real
method.
This has gone.
This is fucking useless.
Absolutely.
Is this what we used to do? We used to have chemistry.
We used to. That's why we didn't do it anymore. We lost.
No, it'd be fun now. Celine, we got back together. So yes, we're back
Together.
Okay, tell people what this podcast is about.
This podcast is about you, Kevin Ryan, hosting people. I don't know, can they hear people shouting in the background?
Maybe,
I can hear
possibly.
them on these
Maybe.
headphones.
We brought everyone.
Everyone's
what
fun.
is this podcast
Yes,
about?
you interview people and ask them questions about what they'd be like if they were running their own countries as a tyrant.
Yes, you've done it.
Oh.
It's over in a year. Yeah, we can't clap that loud in your mic.
I'm so sorry. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah. God.
Sorry, I don't know.
Do these again. Okay, so today's guest is Steph Darcey, who is a UK comedian who I started chatting on Bluesky to. Right, it was very nice, and she agreed to do this, and it was a lot of fun. She is a UK comedian who I was a little bit worried because, so if you follow her on Bluesky or on Instagram, she has a character that she plays, which I believe is called Amexa, which is like a robot that has become a politician in the UK.
Oh.
So just think Liz Truss.
Yes.
Basically, just think her and you've pretty much got it. And I was a bit worried that she'd come onto the podcast as the character. And I thought this could be it could be brilliant or disastrous.
That'd be fun.
No, she did come as herself, and
Good.
it was bizarre and disastrous.
Yes.
But I'll play you some out of context quotes.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I could pimp out my own women and not do it myself. Or like deadly spiders. In fact, that made me think I will have no spiders on this island and we can deal with the fly problem in another way. I said David and I was like, oh, now I've just thought of David Cameron. And I know it's how he reacts to the Barbie movie.
Yeah, did you like her yeah.
I know, I want to know what happened there.
I asked her, did she want to begin? No, it was at some other point, but I just thought I want to isolate that part. People love this podcast.
She came in with an extreme level of excitement. I like that she has no spiders on her island.
No spiders.
Yeah.
A lot of flies though.
I mean, was that a thing already? Or, like, did she just mention the flies because spiders famously help get rid of flies? Or
no, she didn't want. No, yeah, she didn't want spiders.
Yeah.
Obviously. And she said, well, spiders get rid of flies, but we'll just have to deal with the fly problem another way. I suggested sticky tape.
it'd be everywhere. What about like birds?
I was putting it on lampposts and stuff.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What about like a little squirrel?
Oh, oh no.
Running up
I
the
didn't even think of
lamppost.
the casualties. Okay, no, we got it a different way. I can't remember. Listen to the podcast and find out. Do you want to say where people find this podcast? Do you
People
remember?
find this podcast on Bluesky, on Instagram, on Threads, on Facebook, on LinkedIn.
Seemingly,
yeah.
somehow, yeah. And TikTok.
And on TikTok.
So if you can find this podcast at Tyrant Podcast, anywhere like that, or just type in Tyrant and Training, there's also a website which is tyrantandtraining.podcastpage.io. And My own profile is at Kev Ryan Person, all over the place. Do you remember, before I go, do you remember when someone thought my last name was actually Person? Because I got lazy and just went, Person will do.
To be fair, there are some weird last names.
There is,
they're not weird, but like, you know, just last names that are also objects.
Like Darcy.
Like Darcy.
Steph Darcey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a weird last name, though.
No, but I'm just segueing
Mr.
into...
Darcy.
Let's listen.
Sorry. Yes,
okay,
let's listen.
Thanks, everyone. Yeah, bye.
Goodbye.
Listen.
Listen further.
And then goodbye.
Goodbye from me for now. Goodbye to Kevin later
In about an
after,
hour.
and Steph later
Steph as
on.
well. Okay.
Have fun.
Are you someone who naturally takes charge of situations and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, do you actually?
Oh yeah, I do. Because I'm the oldest of 4 children. And also the oldest of 8 grandchildren. So eldest daughter energy is strong.
Really?
Very strong.
Okay.
So I'm often I sit very comfortably in a leadership position, let's be honest.
Now, be honest, especially with the other siblings, do you get put in those situations or do you take those situations?
I think there's a mixture.
Oh,
because there's sometimes that I'm put in it, particularly. Okay, so a few years ago, just into the pandemic, a couple of months in, me and my sister were living with another housemate, and this other housemate, I won't name names, fainted in the middle of the night, just as she was going to bed, and I heard this thump, and I was like, what the hell is that thump? But you know when you're just about to go to sleep,
who's thumping at this hour of the night?
And you're like, I just about to drift off. What is that thump? I probably should get up to go and see what that is. And I was like, I'll get up. So I get up, I open my door, her feet are sticking out of the door frame, and I turn round, and she is out cold on the floor and quite near the corner of her desk. And I think, am I allowed to swear on this? Or because I swear
can do
quite
whatever
a lot.
you want. You're the boss.
Before I start self-set. Of course. So I'm like, oh shit. She might have hit her head on the corner of the desk, and I'm like, I didn't really know what happened. She had a history of low blood pressure, but I didn't know that at the time. So I'm like, oh my god, recovery position. Is she bleeding? She was bleeding a bit on her lip. I was like, shit. So I go to my sister. I'm like, Caroline, can you call an ambulance? And she's never called an ambulance before. Thankfully, we've not had to. Well, I've had to call 999 before, but it's not something you do every day. So she grabs her phone and she comes into the room, and she just I could do the action, but I'm going to describe what the action was. But she just sort of thrusted the phone in my face and goes, you do it like this. And it was such a younger sister thing to do. And I was like, of course, I'll just check she's breathing, do the recovery position, and our phone 999. I was like, no, I needed you to. And it was fine. We called, and our housemate was fine. She basically had just fainted, hadn't hit her head. She just bit her lip on the way down. So it was all good. But obviously in that moment, I'm like, oh my God. And it was a couple of months into COVID. We were kind of like, oh God, what can we call an ambulance?
Will they come along? Or
will they come? And they came within 5 minutes.
Oh.
And we were like, oh, is it? Because they were like, yeah, we're not actually that busy right now. But yes, so I'm going off topic here, but that was an example of the sort of situations where I get sort of thrusted into older sister, younger sibling kind of dynamic.
And it shows that you're well able to look out for someone else's well-being, which might be handy on an island that you're bleeding.
Yeah, I'm really keen on learning first aid, and I've learned bits of it, but I've never done a proper first aid course. Because they cost quite a lot of money.
Do they? I was going to say you can't be that keen if you're
if I've done a little bit. No, they cost a few £100s, and I've always been freelance, so I've never been sort of deemed worthy enough by companies to train me as a first aider.
Yes.
So I'd really, I vaguely know how to do CPR, and I know what the recovery position is, and I know how to stop someone choking, both ways. The sort of first go to. So there's 2 ways. So you bash people on the back first, and if that doesn't,
when they choke, not before they choke.
No, not before. No,
okay,
not
during choke.
So if they're choking, And you can usually tell if they're choking because they're not coughing, they're not making any sound, and they're probably going quite blue. But and they might try and drink water and the water falls out of their mouth, that kind of thing. So you bash them in the middle of their back, between the shoulder blades, essentially just below, and you bash them with the sort of back of the, I don't know what this part of the hand is called, not the knuckles, the bottom of the bottom of your hand. Yeah, bash, bash, bash. If that doesn't work, you then do the Heimlich, because the Heimlich is the one that potentially can break people's ribs.
But that's okay. I mean, it's not okay.
Exactly.
But that's not gonna...
I'd rather have a broken rib than die of choking.
Yeah.
But so first aid is, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to know what to do.
I remember when I was in primary school, so I would have been about 10 or 11 years old, and someone came in to teach us first aid for free.
Well, that's great, because UK schools do not do it.
Do they not?
No.
And I don't know the Irish school. Like, this was many, many years ago. So, I don't know. Maybe it was just a man who wandered in. Either way.
I mean, I'm sure there are some schools who do it just on like sort of voluntarily, but it's not part of the national curriculum, which is crazy to me. But anyway.
But the only thing I remember from it, he had the dummy or the mannequin, right? To show whatever. But at one point, I have no idea what he was doing, but at one point he turned, that sounds sinister actually, sorry, he was doing something legit, helping the mannequin. But he turned and I was sitting down and he just pointed and went, "Do you need to stand outside? You look very pale."
Oh.
And everyone looked at me and I got very pale because everyone was looking at me. And I went, "No, I'm fine." And he went, "Are you sure?" And I went, "Yeah." And he went, "Okay," and went back to it. And for the rest of the demonstration, I was like, "I'm going to faint. I'm going to faint. I'm going to faint."
Just because he
pointed at me and said,
weird.
"You have to stand outside. You need some air. You look pale." And I was like, "I'm Irish. It's November. I'm indoors."
And also, do you not go red when you're embarrassed, rather than, because I go bright red and I'm quite pale.
But I think it goes either way though. Maybe I was frightened, so I went pale with fright.
At the thought of this mannequin dying of a heart attack or cardiac arrest.
I don't know what he was doing and why he suddenly like pointed me out and just was like,
"That's very weird.
You're about to die, son." And I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Like he had a first aid sense. Like my first aid is that I can sense if someone is about to have a cardiac arrest.
That's the true. That's when you've mastered first aid. When you just know. We've already gone off topic.
Oh, sorry.
So anyway, you're ready to lead.
I'm ready to lead and to do first aid.
I feel like this episode could go long. This is great. Okay, so
I'm a talker. I really am a talker.
No, that's good. That's good. You mentioned, I think before we started recording, you mentioned that your geography is subpar. If I bet.
I'd say I know roughly where most countries are. I can sort of point out capital cities if I've been to that country or if I've just for some reason been looking at the map and having a look. So I'd say my geography is better than most.
Where is Croatia?
In the Mediterranean.
Oh, that's close enough. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that in fairness, you might want to be a little bit more specific, but that works.
We're going to talk the east side of the Mediterranean. No? Oh shit.
Can you tell me a country that would be very close to it? I'm
Greece?
keeping in this long pot. Yes, well done. Yeah, there you go. Okay, very good. We're going to find out where you are going to place your own island because we don't take over. We don't take over islands on this.
We're
podcast.
Not going to be colonialists.
No.
I can't even say that word. Colonial. Yeah.
I go with imperialist. Isn't that the same thing?
Oh, maybe.
Do you know what? It has more syllables, so I feel smarter. Don't.
Well, I couldn't even pronounce colonialist. That was a really good start. Oh, okay. We've got a map.
There's a map. You see?
See, that's helpful for geography. Wait, where is Croatia then?
There is Greece. Yeah. And there is Croatia. So it's not, it's close enough.
Oh my God, it's all the way up near Slovenia. I was like northern Italy.
Wait a minute, what do you mean all the way beside Slovenia? So wait, I'm not damning Slovenia or anything. But why is Slovenia your reference point?
Well, just because it's right next to it.
Oh, okay. I thought oh my God, it's close to Slovenia. You're like, oh, I didn't know Slovenia was a big part. Fair enough. I'm not saying it can't be. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not quite east. So yeah, when it comes to warm and cold weather and where you want to put your island, do you have any ideas where
So I've been thinking quite tactically about this in terms of
okay.
natural disasters and climate change.
Oh, very good. Yes.
Because natural disasters, I want to avoid being on like a fault line.
Yeah, yeah.
And also in terms of depressingly climate change, I don't want to go to somewhere where there's like extreme temperatures or extreme weather. The problem is there's not many places that are not going to have that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say nearer to the UK.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, I'll go in around here.
I have a confession to make.
Oh.
In the sense, so do you know the Channel Islands?
Are they here?
No.
Oh, no, here.
No, in the English Channel. Yes, you see that little tiny dot that's right just off that horn of France. Yes, you Jersey, Guernsey.
Jersey, Guernsey, yes.
Yeah. So those are the Channel Islands. And within those Channel Islands, there's an island called Sark.
Called this?
Sark,
I found it.
Tiny, beautiful island. I have been going there since I was tiny. And this island, I'm obviously not going to commandeer Sark. I'm going to create my own island. But I do love this island so much.
How do you get there?
So you can fly or get a boat to Guernsey.
Okay. And then
you can get a boat to Jersey, but the boat service is a bit crap. So you fly to Guernsey or get a boat to Guernsey, and then you get a boat from Guernsey to Sark, which takes about 40 minutes.
Oh, so what do you do in Sark?
So
is it just relaxed?
Relaxing. I've had family and family friends live there, and it's a population of about 600 people.
Oh, okay.
And there's no cars whatsoever.
Really?
Yeah, it is. And
just
it's 3 miles long and 1.5 wide, and it is bliss.
Visit Sark, everyone.
So yeah, honestly, I feel like my island is going to be like Sark 2.0.
So we're putting Sark 2.0 here.
I think, probably, maybe next to Sark.
Right, you can put it right next to it if you want.
I feel like I like the idea of the Channel Islands because they do get some rough weather and they do get some storms, but you're kind of a little bit sheltered in that kind of like, you're in like a little, you're kind of hugged by France a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, in here, right?
Yeah, maybe I'd actually put it further into like a bit more near St. Malo, maybe, just so that it's a little bit more sheltered.
Oh, so like in between Jersey and St. Malo.
Yeah, I feel like that would be nice.
And you would get the warm weather when it like gets into summer, right? Like
you do.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Okay, this is cool. I didn't know any of this was here.
It's great. It's great.
I will get off that and go back and get back to the podcast.
I'll be constantly looking at Sark, otherwise I'll be like, my friends tell me I go on about Sark too much, but until they go there themselves and they're like, oh, I see why you're obsessed with this place.
Is it much to rent a hotel there, a room?
Yes, in certain hotels, but in the what they're called, self-catering, probably a bit more reasonable.
Okay, this island sounds great. Okay, I really like this. Do you have any idea what you would name the island, unless you're really going for Sark 2.0?
So, no, I don't think I'm gonna take Sark's name.
Could you call it Darcy?
Could I call it what?
Because your name is Darcy, right? Steph Darcey.
Yeah.
Could you just call it Darce or Dark?
Does. Oh, I could, but I had an idea.
Oh.
Because my name, Stephanie, means crowned in Greek.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, obviously born ruler over here. And so I was thinking of calling it Stephania. Stephania.
Wait, so why? So would it be Crownia?
No. Oh, no. No, because the name Stephanie means crowned. I then just why not just call it after my name, but call it Stephania? Like just put
So you're going full on megalomaniac.
I'm going full on megalomaniac.
Love it.
Because why not?
Well,
I'm
Stephania.
channeling this eldest daughter energy.
Oh God, yeah, your ruler tyrant.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas what official title you will have then?
Do you know what? Sark has a dame if it's a woman, and a seigneur if it's a man. So I'm
Oh.
going to go with dame. I'm going to steal the dame
From
situation
Sark.
from Sark. I'm going to say dame.
Where you not literally steal the dame from Sark, because I could
No,
get
not
sued again.
not steal the dame. They don't have a dame at the moment. They have a seigneur. But no, I'm going to steal the title. I'm gonna steal that title
Yeah.
name, not
So
actually
you're
steal the
dame.
title.
So
And I'm
so
gonna
everyone
use
on your island just calls you the dame.
the dame. Yeah, the dame of Stephania.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. Since you're all going in on your name Stephanie meaning crown in Greece and stuff, do you have any plans on what your like official garb, your attire is? Do you want it like robes and stuff with a crown?
Yes.
Do you want the crown?
I do know what I'd love a little crown, just a little, just discreet, modest thing.
Oh, just
Like
a
just a
band?
little, yeah, maybe just like a band. Yes, a band, like a gold band that doesn't give me like a headache. Because
No,
how sometimes if you wear those things for too long, they like just press in all the wrong places, and you get a bit
oh,
of a
no, we'll
funky,
mold it. We will
yeah,
mold that to
mold
your
it to my
Yeah,
head. I've got quite a big head as well, so it needs to be quite well
that's we can do
fitted.
that. Okay, so just solid gold.
Solid gold, yes.
It's gonna be heavy.
Yeah, it would be a head workout. And
Yeah.
then I really like structure in clothes. So like I
Metal.
love no metal.
It's like a building we're after putting on
Metal?
you.
No. So what I mean by structure, I mean like tailoring and corsets.
Oh yeah. Excuse me, will you employ someone as your like tailor?
Oh God, yeah. Like
Okay.
my dream is if I won the lottery or somehow became minted, I would get everything fitted so well to my body.
Yeah.
I cannot bear ill-fitting clothes on myself. It just annoys me.
So, yes, okay. Does it
Yeah.
annoy you when you see someone rich? And usually it's a rich person who's just an asshole in real life,
Yes,
right?
and they can't dress
themselves.
themselves. Oh,
I can't dress
infuriates me.
myself, but if I had money, I'd be asking someone, I want to look good.
I 100%
Right?
agree. I know that I did see someone tweet a couple of years ago that if they were rich, they would be the most fashionable person ever. They just like no one has seen that their true fashion potential. And I agree. And I see, yeah, there are these billionaires that, fine if you don't care about it, but at least get a well-fitted suit. I
Yeah.
do not understand how you have been to a tailor, or not, maybe been probably clearly haven't been to a tailor, or maybe they have, but they're a rubbish one, I don't know. But they've gone and got a suit and it doesn't fit them properly. It baffles
Madness.
me. Baffling.
I remember seeing online someone that I can't remember the name of, so I can't give credit, unfortunately. It was someone who obviously knows their fashion, and they were giving examples in a big long thread about how Piers Morgan cannot dress himself well, right? And the comparison was to Kermit the Frog, who can. By the end of it, you're thinking, my God, Kermit's a pretty handsome man. Like, he knows how to dress himself. I'll give him that in all occasions. So sorry,
Yeah.
so when you're dressing up fitted and kitted, but what type of clothes?
Fitted and kitted. I like a dress. I just feel like a good corseted dress, if I could, obviously as long as I can breathe, because that's not very nice when you can't breathe. But you can sacrifice a little bit of breathing space. I'm one of those people that likes to go from one extreme to the other. So I'll be in like a corseted dress, or just something really like, or a really, really well fitted suit, something really tailored, just fits me really well, gives me a shape that my body unfortunately doesn't otherwise have. So I don't have that, hourglass figure. I'm very straight up and down. So my body requires structure. It demands structure.
It demands it. And your citizens will understand that. That you're demanding. Wait.
Steph demands structure.
Will your citizens be commanded to look well?
They will not be commanded, they will be encouraged.
Okay, but what if they don't want to? What happens to them?
If they don't want to, that's fine. I'm not going to force anyone to dress in a certain way.
Okay,
That's for men and religions to do. that's not for me to do.
So are you going to bring men and religion into the country to do that for you?
Oh,
And then you
it's
can do
quite tempting to not have men or religion.
it. Do you know what?
So,
You might as well see. To be fair, you might as well see how it goes. At least for the first year, Stephania.
yeah.
Am I saying that right? Yeah.
Stefan.
Steph-
Oh, do you know Stephania? But do you know
Stephania.
Stephania actually is better because sometimes my mum calls me Stephania for some reason.
Really?
So maybe Stephania. I don't know why. I don't know where it comes from. I think it's just like a silly nickname. So yeah,
She doesn't
Stephania
say it.
works better.
She didn't say it to mock you, does it?
No, not like,
Okay.
oh, Stephania. She's just like,
Stephania's coming
"Stephania."
into the
Yeah.
house. Yeah. Oh, look who's finally come to visit, Stephania. My mother does that to me. Oh, Kevon is here. Oh, well done. But, yeah, you could do that. And then a year
I
into it.
I could do, as in like just have women and then start admitting men.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah. So this is where my head went. So you have women and then you start admitting men, but they've got to pass like the feminism test.
Oh, I love it. Okay, what's the okay? We need to figure this out. What is the feminism test? I presume you're making up your own.
I am going to make up my own. Now that's
Okay.
quite hard to kind of like, because they could cheat the system.
Okay, how
Like-
about we'll do a scenario where I presume a year into it, just so I can set this up. Usually I say there's 10 million citizens on an island. I assume this island is not big enough for 10 million.
Oh yeah. So that's a good point
Small,
actually. Well, I don't want it to be as small as Sark actually. And if we're talking 10 million, should we meet in the middle at 5 million?
Did you have to
That
think of that before you got?
But I'm thinking, I said 5 million, but then I was thinking, God, that's still quite. I mean,
bring
look,
it.
don't get me wrong, my maths is bad, but not that bad.
Okay.
5 million. I'm thinking the land mass that would be required to house 5 million people. That's actually quite a lot. No, okay, we're gonna go with Jersey size.
Jersey size. That's the
Now
that's
the population of Jersey.
I bet you if I type in population of Jersey, 100,000.
I did think it might be around 100,000.
Yeah.
Okay, I think 100,000 is a good amount of people.
That's a decent amount, right? So it's, you know what, it's still an intimate community, but you're not going to have to know everyone. There's still, yeah. So let's say you have 100,000 women on that island. You're now allowing a few men in. I don't know how many. I'm Jim showing up on the boat, and you're gonna, I assume, ask questions. The feminism test is an ask and answer sort of thing.
Yeah. Or
So
I
do
wonder
you
if
have
it should be like
three
a
questions?
trial.
Oh, a trial. Okay. Do you have 3 either questions or trials I would have to go through as Jim?
Yeah. Okay. So I would say if we were thinking about a trial, I would say like put him in a house. It's a bit messy.
Okay. Yeah.
And see how he reacts to said mess.
Okay. I'm a little bit. I have concerns. Because am I getting this wrong in saying that you think, okay, we're going to do a test of feminism, and the first test is, will he clean? And is that feminist in belief?
I just think it's quite hard because also you'd kind of need to make it like his house or him and his partner's house or his family's house.
Me as Jim, I'm on my own. So I arrive in the
You're on
island,
your own.
I'm on my own. So you tell me,
Okay.
Jim, you have a house.
Like, Jim, you have a house.
And it's a bit messy.
It's a bit messy.
Okay.
I won't even tell him it's messy.
Okay, but
I'll
when
just
I
be
go
like,
in,
"Here
I
you
know
go."
the sense. I mean, I cleaned it. Okay, I'll tell you what happens. I give a quick hoover.
Yeah.
Of the floors. Clear the counters and the table.
Yeah.
I move around the sitting room. I change
Yeah.
up. Most of my cleaning is just changing up the whole room, if you get me. How's that?
Okay, so there's no like dusting or.
I wouldn't dust now as such, no.
Okay.
But do you know what I do? I go at it with a wipe, with an antibacterial wipe.
Okay, that's not.
That's Jim has marriage potential. Okay.
Do you know what? I was thinking, God, I really sometimes have to be for like you lower your standards sometimes because you're like, oh, and then you think, no, I raised them back up again. To be fair, this wouldn't be a fail. It wouldn't be a pass with flying colours, but it wouldn't be a fail.
I get through 40%.
A fail would be if a guy went in there and thought, oh, this is fine. Someone will come along, clean it for me.
Someone will come. Oh, if they try and ring someone.
Oh, that would be immediate
Yeah.
banishment.
They're banished. Okay, they're off the island. Okay, so I passed that test. Any other
Pass that
tests?
test. So my next test would be, I don't really know how you would test emotional labor.
Emotional what?
Emotional labor. So like doing the organization of social events or your calendar or
Party planning is what your next test is.
or just I feel like, you know, to integrate, I'd have to integrate these men to test them. Or maybe I'd have like, or maybe I'd require like a feminist report from another country. That would be tricky, wouldn't it?
I don't even know if that's a thing. If you went along to the UN going, "Hi, Greece, I need you to provide me a feminist report on Jim," I don't know where you're going with it, to be
I
honest.
don't know either. What about if they're heterosexual men
Okay.
having a report from their previous girlfriends?
That ended badly, but in fairness, my previous girlfriend was Kim Kardashian.
Oh, okay. That's I can see. I'd give you, you know, maybe some special circumstances.
Yeah, I'm okay. You don't. Yeah, down just a pass on that.
I
broke up with her.
You broke up with her, okay. And why did you break up with her?
I realized we were two different people.
That's quite a sensible.
I used to think
reason.
we were the same person. Yeah, for 9 years I thought I was Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I think that's quite a sensible reason to break up with someone. That's not you know. God, this has gone way beyond I thought I would go. Admitting men.
That's how it goes. So your third one, and then we'll move on to more standard questions. Your third, Jim has passed, I assume, the 2 tests somehow.
Yeah.
What's the third one?
Oh, I know. It's how he reacts to the Barbie movie.
He hasn't seen it.
He hasn't seen it. So I'd sit them down. So I'd sit Jim down.
Yeah.
And then I would just be like, what did you think, Jim?
I didn't get it, but I appreciate if other people found it funny.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, okay. That's pretty
fine.
good.
Because not understanding is like, well, that's fine because you're open to learning.
Yeah.
And it was a very measured response. Like, I understand why people think it's funny, not like, women aren't funny. And also like, I think it's gone too. Like, sorry, I'm just getting out all the things that I heard after the Barbie movie a few years ago. Now, I'm not saying that the Barbie movie was the ultimate feminist piece of art. No way am I saying that. There are many problems with it, but I also think it was great. It was fun. It was kind of like feminism.
It's a comedy, right?
Yeah, it's a comedy. Yeah.
So it's funny. That's all it needs to be.
Exactly. Like, it's funny. There was some like cool, fun, important things they put in it. Yeah. It felt quite kind of, when I came out of it watching it for the first time, I was like, oh, that's really, there was like part of me was a little bit emotional about it. But there were it was also like I could recognize the fact that it was like kind of feminism for beginners.
Oh, was it?
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
But like in a sort of nice, fun way. And I thought, you know, I would have loved to have seen a film like that when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And I still enjoyed that, watching that as an older person. I'm not going to say my age. But
80.
there were some people in my life and people I knew or knew of, who reacted to it quite badly and were sort of like, oh, it just went too far. It's such a man-hating thing. And I just was like, oh, no, you was that? What's this? What's going on? I just thought it was quite an interesting indication of how they viewed, you know, gender equality. Maybe I'm assuming too much, but
do you think as well, like, again, I haven't seen it, not for any
you haven't seen it. No, Jim, I thought Jim hasn't seen it. You haven't seen it. Yeah,
but not in a why would I watch something female protagonist?
No. Oh, no. Yeah, I get it.
The idea of like, not like that there's anyone wrong to like it, or well, to dislike. You can dislike it, but give an actual reason of, I just didn't find it funny, or I just wasn't interested. Not some weird point you want to make. But
exactly.
I just find it funny, the idea that like Barbie is like a major corporate brand
Yes.
identity, and this is just a
yeah.
movie based off of a brand. Like,
Yes.
there's so many rich corporate executives like going, yes, we nailed it.
Oh God, yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
this like, you know, you saying like, oh, it's a bit early days, or not early days, but it's like feminism for beginners. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm amazed it's even done that.
Yeah. No, I know.
Like,
And it did do that. It was hard because it was like, okay, two things can be true at the same time here. Like, it was doing a really cool thing, but at the same time, it is a corporate capitalist
yeah.
like situation. And yeah, totally recognize that. But you're right in the sense of like, oh, you might not like it because it just might not be your thing. But it was the people I found, the people who got specifically very angry about it, that I was like, oh, why?
Yeah.
Why are we getting angry about this in this
I wonder,
way?
I wonder what age you turn before like that happens to you at movies. Do you know what I mean? Like when you were younger, you just watched a movie and you're just like, it's stupid or something, and you move on. Surely. But now, like, at what point do you go, I need to make a point about life, about this movie that hasn't entertained me, type of thing?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's just like a sort of like, in that case, it was a slight feminism backlash. Whoever had an issue with that kind of thing would have an issue with that film in that respect.
Yeah.
Not in the sense of like, oh, I have an issue with it because it's corporate capitalist, like kind of hellhole in that sense. And Barbie has a load of issues with body image and all sorts of problematic things about it. But it does poke fun at itself at the same. Anyway, I'm going off topic here, but it was just the anger at it being like, oh, this film hates men. I'm like, well, it doesn't, but okay.
Okay. You said I hate men. So Jim is passing anyway. I will say that.
Jim's passing because he's not like, oh, just become irrationally angry about it.
No,
I'm just
he
like,
just
he just didn't like it that much, and that's fine.
If you have 100,000 women on the island, or if you, like, how many men are you going to let onto the island each year, assuming they pass?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I guess it depends on the admin of it all and how much, how many people you could put through this process at one time. Because the thing is I would like it to be a normal functioning society. So I would like to get men equal to women in numbers. So I don't know, maybe we take on like 10,000 a year. So like by 10 years, 10 years, you've got complete equitable.
Yeah.
That'll
do. Yeah, I don't know what the correct answer is.
But I like the idea of women setting up the society and kind of designing it for them, because men will come and design and they'll do stuff for themselves anyway. They've got the confidence to do it, so they'll just come in and be like, yeah.
What happens though? What happens if, let's say, the first year you have 10,000 men come along? And let's be honest. Okay, I'm sure. Well, I know you did the flawless feminism test to get them onto the island, but again, it won't be all of them, I'm sure, but there'll be a few of them who will come along and they'll go, well, hey, there's only 10,000 of us and 100,000. There's 10 women for each man. That means I'm bound to get a babe, and then they'll be rejected because that's life. And then they'll suddenly become bitter assholes and they'll be like, who's right? Joe Rogan. And then, what happens then? Can they be kicked off the island? Basically, do the men get told, watch it?
Yeah, I think, I don't know what the right way of, you could really be quite tyrannical about it, but I don't really think that ever gets good out of anyone. So
sure you don't want to make men second-class citizens?
No, because I'm not going to sink to the levels of patriarchy.
Oh, come on, no. Don't lie to me. This is fictional. This probably won't happen. So you can do whatever you want.
No, because even in like a sort of feminist revenge fantasy of mine, I don't have a sort of urge to make men second-class citizens. I'm just like, can we just get equality, please? No, I think, oh God, I don't know.
This is
I think
really
I could.
troubling you.
It is
Like,
troubling me, but I don't want to. I just don't like the idea of making anyone a second. No, okay, right. If we're going to be tyrannical, Stephania,
Stephania, the dame. Yeah.
then maybe we've got. If they start listening to Joe Rogan, then yeah, I think they have to go.
Oh God. Okay, so he's banned from the island. Can't listen to him.
Anything like, that kind of esque. I'm going to say another name, but I almost don't want to give him credence.
What if Jim starts listening to, what's that fella? I mean, it's tragic what happened to him. The fella who created Father Ted, Graham Linehan.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Oh, God. Oh,
So
shit.
Jim's into him now. He's invited him over. Is he allowed?
Oh, God. Oh, he's invited him over. No, he's absolutely not allowed to. No.
For a holiday?
No.
No.
No. Nope.
He'd only be here 2 months of the year.
He can only be here 2 months of the year.
Oh no, he's visiting for 2 months. He's giving a talk at the college. No.
At the college in my island. Nah.
No. No.
No,
Okay.
no.
Right. Is Jim going with him or is he still on the island?
No, Jim has a chance to be re-educated.
Yeah. I was worried that was the word.
I think it would, we'd have like a school or a community or a class or something where, because also, like women can be bad feminists too. I have internalized misogyny. I'd have to go and be like, oh, yeah, let's and I'm not just talking feminism, I'm talking like anti-racism, oh God, I'm forgetting all of the other things that are wrong
all
with
of
this
the
one.
other issues that are bad.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. Jim knows a speaker who knows a lot about these things, and his name is Graham. And Graham will come along and he will do it for free. He needs anything to get out of the house. How about we move on?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're the dame of Stephania, are you gonna allow your citizens to vote for like a Senate or House of Parliament, that they can have a load of representatives to do the everyday boring admin-y stuff of the island? Or will you just say there's no voting and you will have an inner council or inner circle of 10 people you trust? Would you prefer voting or no?
Okay, so if we're going to go for like proper tyrant, then I would actually say you have people voting to create the illusion that they have some control.
Yeah. That's what you want. So you're lying to your people.
I'm lying to my people.
Yeah.
So there's good things and there's bad things about this island. There's feminism, and then there's this tyrannical situation going on, and feminism and tyrants don't really go well very together, but we'll somehow make it work. So yeah, I would say I would have a Senate or a House of Commons or something that people would vote for.
Yeah.
And maybe I would just emulate the UK and have a House of Lords.
Oh, okay.
Because I think you would have to have stuff that gets vetted. I don't actually believe this about the House of Lords, by the way. I just think this is how
Well, would your be the House of Ladies? House
of Ladies.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we could be called Lords, I guess. But yeah, House of Ladies.
Yeah.
Eventually, it would be gender 50-50 equal split. Eventually.
Would it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, I think so.
But you can still call it the House of Ladies, right?
I could call it the House of Ladies, and then they can just be like the women in the real one.
Exactly.
What are they? Oh, what are they? They're lords. Oh, they are just ladies, aren't they?
Yeah, but they don't call the building, it's the House of Lords and Ladies now.
Ladies, they don't. So yes, it can still be the House of Ladies.
Yeah, can you imagine if one of the imagine someone who arrives on the island suddenly becomes a lord and then gives shit over oh, it's called the House of Ladies. How's that fair? Like,
Yeah.
get over yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you seen the UK? Like,
have you seen? No, Graham is out there on a little rat
Oh.
trying to get into the country, and he's forbidden. Do you want a throne to sit on?
Like, yes, but I think unlike my dresses that would have structure, I think the throne would have to be quite squishy.
Like a waterbed.
Yeah, or like a really lovely loaf sofa. Like,
What's Mhm.
those like, have you seen those sort of really plush pink like love seats?
No, but oh wait, no wait, that's not. Okay, I
Oh,
typed in plush pink love seats, and these aren't.
what you would have got as a result if you typed in that. That could be quite interesting.
Well, no. I'll just point out they are seats. There's nothing.
Okay. Like,
They're not. Oh,
I was like, wait, maybe don't Google that.
listen, I'm on my work laptop. That's not. Do you mean something like this?
Oh, I love the fact it's got a Barbie cushion on it, but no, that
Exactly.
is tacky as
No.
hell.
Okay.
It's sort of similar to no. Oh, see that one? Yes, that your mouse is on. Kind of similar to that. But if you put in a loaf love seat,
A loaf, like LOAF.
loaf, yeah, so LOAF, it's a brand.
Oh.
Oh,
I said
hold on,
laugh.
it needs to be, yes,
Okay.
laugh. We got a laugh
Wow.
love seat. Yes,
Oh, it's
these,
like that.
yes, sort of like that.
The
They're very,
Squishmaster love seat. Okay.
I just think they're the most comfy things ever.
You'd have to.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'd be quite loungy, wouldn't I?
yeah, so if I walk in, are you in the middle or are you at the side when you're sitting on that?
Oh,
You're against the armrest.
you're in the middle.
Oh,
Maybe I would design it so that, because that looks like quite long.
what?
I'd
Yeah,
probably design it so I'm sitting slightly more on the edge, more perched.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. You see, because if I walk
Yeah.
into your room and there you are lounging like that, I'm going to be like, what the hell?
Yeah, that actually would be slightly inappropriate. That could be the opposite of what I'm trying to achieve with my feminist art.
Especially, yeah, if Jim is walking in and he's like, I knew they needed a man around here to take charge. It's not.
Oh no, I will embrace the pink. I'm
Yeah,
just turning this into Barbie's world now, which is really not what I was intending to do, but that's apparently where my brain is going.
Is the flag pink?
Is the what?
The flag.
The flag. Oh no, the flag is sage green.
Oh, just the one color.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
And maybe a some sort of like, maybe it will just say Stephania just in a really cool font, or maybe just an S, just
like Superman.
It's
Yeah. So you're just taking the Superman brand and putting
taking
the
a Superman brand. Yeah.
green filter on it.
Yeah, with a sage green. I just love sage green. I'm obsessed with sage green. It will go out of fashion soon, but it's fine.
Is that, by the way, I know, again, this is just for me more than a podcast. Is that sage green behind you?
No, this
Yeah.
shirt. No. I have wait, hold on.
Well, thank you.
Oh, this, can you see this?
Oh,
That's
yay.
sage green. But it might come a bit white on the screen.
Well,
That's sage green. Oh God. No,
I thought it was more like teal there for a sec when I first saw it.
No,
but
teal is
Yeah.
like that.
I'm looking at it now. Yeah. I see it now. Oh yeah, no, I like it. Ooh, yeah. Wait.
Although it would look like the Cambridge Rowers. That's
I
not
think
what
we
I'd
had
be
the
going
top of
for.
our like walls at our home house, maybe that color.
Oh, maybe it's very fashionable, very lovely interior color.
Okay, so I do have bad news for you.
Oh God, okay.
One of your advisors is going to say to you that there's a scandal about to break out involving the Dame of Stephania. This scandal is going to take your approval rating down from 100% down to 81. So it's not, alarming, but it's something that you might want to get a handle on. Can I ask, if you were faced with a scandal, and in a minute you're going to decide what it is, But would you face the nation by sitting down live on the news to talk about it?
Yes.
You would go live, sitting down with a
Yeah.
journalist called Suzanne.
Suzanne, yes. That sounds very Prince Andrew arrogant, doesn't it? Just to think you're going to be able to like sort of tie up and give yourself a sort of PR facelift just by sitting down with Emily Maitlis. But
I have to add, since you brought him up, this scandal, I implore you to make up a light-hearted scandal, not a Prince Andrew.
No,
scandal.
don't do that.
Okay. Just, I feared I'd have to edit out a lot. But yeah, no, we're good.
No, sorry, I will make that lighthearted. No, am I allowed to mention Prince Andrew, or are we gonna get?
You're allowed to mention him in any way you want. I kind of hope you mention him negatively.
Oh yes. Oh God,
whatever.
yeah. Oh, don't worry. No, I think I would handle it better than Prince Andrew did in his interview. But then I guess it would be not such a horrendous crime.
No, it's a bit easier. To be fair,
Yeah.
If I could say anything fair to Prince Andrew, he was, by his own making, he was given a bad hand.
Oh yeah, yeah.
he caused all of it and everything. Like it's fuck him. But yeah, I don't know how you talk yourself out of that.
No, you don't. You
no,
don't. But
no.
it's arrogance that makes you think you can talk yourself out of that.
Good. But okay, so if Suzanne goes, thank you very much, Dame of Stephania, for joining us live on the show. We have to talk about the scandal that is rocking the nation. You're okay to talk about it? The citizens want to know, first off, what happened?
So I required, despite my feminist credentials,
oh God,
that my boyfriend must propose to me, and I will not do the proposing.
Okay. And that's why Proposal Gate has rocked the nation. Now, why? Why are you so against, proposing to him? He seems uncommitted.
So I'm fully up for anyone who wants to propose to anyone, whatever gender they are. But I feel, for me on this island, that I need to be proposed to. I don't do the proposing.
Okay.
Because I don't know where I'm going with this. I think that because I am essentially like queen of this island, even though I would I would technically decide that I would obviously be deciding whether I'd be getting married to someone.
Yes.
But they need to do like the kind of like the organization of the proposal and the ring. They have to do that admin.
So your issue is with the admin of like planning the whole proposal?
Yeah, maybe the admin, yeah.
People are accusing you that you don't want to do it because you know that you would turn into a terrible bridezilla.
Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, because maybe I'm like scared that oh God, this is a head fuck.
We're live, Dame. You can't.
Oh gosh, hello. Everybody.
She just said head fuck on live TV.
I'm so sorry. Please excuse my language. I'm just like a person of the people, I
You're what?
swear to. I'm a person of the people. I'm a woman of the people. I swear to. I'm just like, your friend on TV.
What are you saying? That they're like simple-minded?
I'm just I'm just like I swear I make mistakes. I'm a human too,
Why are you saying that the citizens make mistakes? They've made no mistakes here. You're the one who's making the mistake.
I am the one that's made the mistake. So yeah. I've made the cardinal sin of asking to be proposed to, and I can then break down and say it's because I've never felt wanted.
Oh my God, your approval rating is 81%.
I know. I just be like, in romantically, I've never felt wanted, and I'm just going to turn on the waterworks.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, turn on the waterworks.
Yeah.
And be like, living in a previous patriarchal society, There's
Oh,
still
oh.
huge internalized misogyny going on, and we all have to work through this.
Can I make a criticism of Stephania, which I
Yes,
quite
you
enjoy?
can.
You using words in this part of the interview, like patriarchal society and stuff.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit like far right guy shouting woke every so often to get his followers to say yeah. It's like throw out a couple of buzzwords, a bit of red meat for the feminists on the island, and they'll forgive me.
Yeah.
I can't see how it's not working though. So are you? I think
Yeah.
I think there'll be a campaign that what's your boyfriend's name?
We'll go with
It's not Graham.
no.
Okay.
Go with I was about to say David, but that's so bland.
What's wrong with David?
It's just I just thought I said David, and I was like, oh, now I've just thought of David Cameron. I don't want to think of David Cameron.
So David Cameron there's a national campaign. It's not that David Cameron.
No, do you know? No, we're changing it. We're changing it, and we're going to change it to Pedro. We're going to have Pedro Pascal.
Okay, but it's not that Pedro Pascal. You don't get to.
Oh, can't it be?
No, it's someone. No, it's someone who looks a bit like him. A
Fine,
little.
we'll go a little bit.
And he's only a little bit as charismatic and charming. Okay. You can't
Okay.
get everything in life. You don't get to say David Cameron and immediately switch up to Pedro Pascal. You are going out with someone who's very, very like David Cameron. You were with him for 6 months.
No.
You can now have Pedro Pascal to propose to.
Oh, so I was going out with someone like David Cameron.
Yes.
Oh God, I would never, but okay.
It
And then it was a what?
It was the early days of the island. You know.
Oh Christ. Okay, and then now I'm going out with someone who's a bit like Pedro Pascal.
In every way, a bit like him.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Okay,
Fine.
we've negotiated.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a national campaign for him to propose to you. Hopefully he will.
Wow, I like this.
Yeah, very good. What unusual list is the country of Stephania top of?
The best singers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was your singing?
How's my singing?
Yeah.
I'm actually a very good singer.
Are you a very good singer?
If I say so myself, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say yes, a nation of chorus singers. You know, we all love a good sing song.
Apparently, and this is just a very quick top 10 musical countries.
Yeah.
I presume I'm gonna take that as the same thing. Do you, as I go through this quickly, do you know where England is on the top 10 list?
Oh. Is it actually in the top 10?
Do you know what? We'll never know because I keep getting pop-ups to say join this site.
And are we talking England rather than the UK?
Well, I'm not too sure because I can't see anything
You
down
can't see.
the
Because
top.
I would hazard a guess that Wales would be up there.
Oh, is that partly because of the accent?
Maybe. But they have a lot of good singers. Like a lot of good singers.
Hmm.
They're like known for their singing.
I could only see down to the top or the bottom from 4 to 10, and it wasn't there. So we'd have to assume they're, the UK might have been top 3.
Okay.
Okay, that didn't work well. But you are going to have the best singers. Can I ask, is there any mundane everyday item that you want banned from the country?
Item or
activity or a pet peeve someone does or anything like that?
Oh gosh, I have so many pet peeves. Can I have multiple?
Absolutely. You're the dame of Stephania.
So my first thing that would be banned, there would be no backfire in cars.
No backfire in cars?
Yeah. In fact, there'd be no cars.
Yeah, I was wondering. There'll be cars. So but there will be ambulances and stuff.
Yeah, there will be ambulances. There will be maybe electric bubble cars that kind of take people along, kind of like a train, but they're just on the road.
Oh, like the oh god, what's it called? There's the tunnels in America that Elon Musk has built for his cars. There's one in Vegas. You want that? You can do that.
I can do that. Maybe not tunnels per se. If using the kind of existing road infrastructure and kind of having if you want to get somewhere, you can bike it. But maybe you should just have tunnels underground because then everyone would just cycle on top, and there'd be no cars for you to deal with if you're cycling.
We'll get onto Elon Musk. and we'll ask him
Yeah.
to come along to the island and help us out, run the government a
Yeah,
bit.
I think he's the last man I want on that island, but
That is fine. He knows what he's doing. Very competent man. But what other pet peeve we'll do?
so my other pet peeve is spitting in the street.
You spit in a park like everyone else.
In a park?
Yeah, on the
You
grass.
spit in a park. Oh, is that like the deemed appropriate thing to do?
No, but when you said there's no spitting on the street, I thought it'd be
Oh, I see. Sorry. No, I just mean like spitting in public.
Yeah.
Like if you need to spit, you do it into a tissue. I don't want to see spit on the floor.
Can
I'm really
Jim do
sorry.
it in his house?
Can what? Sorry.
Can Jim do it in his house on the floor?
Of course, he can do it in his house. If he cleans it up, he can do whatever the fuck he wants in his house, apart
He
from
doesn't
like
seem to
crime.
mind. He spits a lot. He has a sorry. He has a moist mouth. Old Jim.
I'd say go to the doctor. Try and figure out what's going on there.
Okay. So no spitting and no cars.
No spitting, no cars, no playing music or a phone call or videos out loud on your phone in public spaces.
That comes up so often.
I bet it does.
That is the most common answer I get on this podcast now.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
that makes me feel happy.
Yeah.
But also I'm like, where are these people when I'm the only person on the bus getting annoyed with this noise? And I'm like, am I going to be the only person to call this out and sound like an absolute twat?
Do you think that the reason why everyone sits there and some person has the music on loudspeaker and nobody ever says anything to them is because everyone is annoyed by them? But you would assume only an actual psychopath would have their phone on loudspeaker playing music.
Yes.
So I can't say to them. They could actually choke me to death. Like,
yes, there is the element of danger there. I have told people off before.
Did it work?
And sometimes it works, sometimes it's like, oh, why? And I'm like, because it's rude and I don't want to listen to your videos. Like, they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, imagine having to justify that. Why?
I know. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It astounds me. It'll
later turn out it's a paramedic who's trying to like do a quick YouTube search on how to like help someone. And you're like, excuse me, I don't need to hear this. Okay.
Oh, okay. What have we got here? Cardiac arrest. Okay. Well, first aid. Here we go.
Okay. So you're okay. No spitting. No loud music. No loudspeaker.
Well, no loudspeaker on your phones. To be honest, if someone wanted to play like some music in the park, I'm not totally against that. I think it depends on where you are. As long as it's on like a speaker as well, not like some crappy phone speaker. I'm like, oh, stop it.
If it's public transport, you're like, no.
Oh, public transport, no. Headphones.
Yeah.
I'd actually give all citizens free headphones. I'd just be like, here you are, here's some headphones.
Would you do it like when you go on a long haul flight? You know, they give you earphones or headphones.
Oh, yeah.
They're not.
But better. Not.
Yeah, but just if you're getting onto a bus, you're like, no, I'm not giving you proper headphones. Just
no. But I think I would give every citizen like their own personal set of headphones that they take everywhere with them.
Oh, that's good. Oh, yes.
So people don't feel the need to have it out loud. Because some people's theory is that it's that because like phone makers like Apple have taken their headphone jack out of the phone, and so therefore people aren't bothering to put headphones in. But I'm not buying that.
No. Everyone should know how to use Bluetooth now to connect.
Exactly. And also Bluetooth headphones aren't necessarily more expensive than wires. And also I don't often have my headphones with me. I don't then feel the need to play videos. I can do something else.
Yeah. We'll get rid of them. They're banned. Nobody would dare do them. There's a knock on your door. Knock, knock, knock.
Yes.
Okay, when you say yes.
Hello. Oh, sorry.
Are you opening the door?
I'm opening the door. Yes, I'm opening the door. Hello.
Hello. This is your finance person, Maria. Hello there.
Hi, Maria.
Hello. I see that you're on your Loaf love seat. Do you think Loaf would sponsor this? If I talk.
We probably shouldn't mention too many brands here, should we?
I positively accept Tesla. It's the only one. But Maria is telling you that there's a lot of money in the country, right?
Okay.
There's a lot of money because a lot of men have paid a lot of money to get over here, getting visas and green
Right.
cards.
Ooh, yeah.
They're desperate. The best singers, if there's one of the sexiest talents you can have is a good singer, they're mad for the people here. There's a lot of money, and the citizens of this country who, all love you, both as a leader and they wish as a romantic partner. They want to build you a statue, like a world wonder.
Oh my gosh.
They're not very creative. Okay. They're running out of ideas. Can you give them an idea of what they should build? Now we have 50 billion in the account, so we can go mad for this.
So you could literally spend 50 billion on a statue.
A monument, something, yeah, anything that is impressive. We're talking Eiffel Tower, Hanging Gardens of Babylon sort of thing.
I think a garden, like a big, elaborate garden, like a kind of botanical garden.
So we're going to check what is the biggest botanical garden. The Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew, England.
Oh yes, that's in West London.
300-acre garden. Have you ever been there?
I have not, and I really should. I really should do that. It's 300 acres.
Oh, the biggest one. Well, sorry, the biggest one in Europe, I think, is in Gothenburg, Sweden. It's 430 acres.
Wow.
Yeah, look,
probably wouldn't have much space for that. But let's go with like.
Do you want to create an island off to the side?
Yeah, an island off to the side. Do you know what? It could be like a peaceful haven away from the haven that is the island. There's like 100,000 people there.
You brought over a load of men and then built an island to get away from the men.
Yeah, maybe it's like somewhere that's just like you can go and hardly anyone's going to be there, and you just need a bit of headspace.
I mean, that's some of the.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
right?
And then maybe there's a gold statue of me in the middle of a pond like that.
Solid gold again.
Solid gold.
Right. Okay, we can get on that.
Good investment. I don't know.
Some pictures. Are there animals in this place? Oh, met the apples. There's animals rolling around or running around.
Yeah, I think there's animals.
Lovely.
Quite like some animals.
You like some animals?
Yeah, not like the dangerous ones, ideally.
Oh, no, Rottweilers aren't allowed.
Yeah, but I was also thinking I didn't even think about dangerous dogs. I was thinking more like crocodiles and tigers.
Okay, so
like
that.
Or like deadly spiders. In fact, that made me think I will have no spiders on this island, and we can deal with the fly problem another way.
So snakes.
Oh, can snakes deal with the fly problem?
I have no idea. Maybe.
I don't know if anything. What else can deal with the fly problem?
Oh, you'll have spray.
Spray. Well, that's not very good for all of us, though, is it?
Oh, what about the sticky stuff that hangs down off the ceiling? Can I have them on lampposts?
Sticky stuff?
Yeah.
What's sticky stuff?
Fly tape.
Like spider webs?
Oh, like fly tape, isn't it?
Oh, fly tape. I've never seen fly tape before.
Really?
No.
Oh, you lucky woman. Surely you've seen this. Oh, it's the worst thing, especially when you try and open it and then, I mean, these are not great pictures, but I'm going to show them to you. When you try and open it and it gets caught in your hand, then you get. Oh my
God, I've never experienced.
Yeah, that stuff.
Oh, that's horrible. What is that on the end of?
You see, when you get it, it's basically that little red capsule, and then you have to open it out. And when you open it out, you have to be careful that it doesn't stick to anything because it is very sticky.
Wow.
So we can put them on
they all just stick to it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's not very aesthetically pleasing, though, is it?
No, it looks horrible, isn't it?
Because I would definitely have an aesthetically pleasing island in the sense of the architecture would be beautiful. So we're not going to ruin it with sticky tape.
And so flies it is. We'll just have flies around.
We'll just have a few flies. I think we'll invent another way to get rid of flies. I just can't bear spiders. I crap myself if I see one. I can't even look at a picture of one.
Yeah.
So
we're not having them.
Spiders gone.
Okay. Right.
Sorry.
We'll get rid of them and we'll build you this big huge garden, right? We'll have deer and stuff in there, right?
Yeah. Oh, deer, little rabbits.
Yeah. Alpacas and llamas, stuff like that.
Yeah.
How do you want a little bit Pedro Pascal to propose to you? What's the ideal? Is this a big public occasion since the people love you?
No, I think I should be very demure and mindful.
You have a solid gold crown. You just said you wanted a solid gold statue on your brand new island that you built as a garden.
But I think The proposal should be in private in this beautiful botanical garden that he has made sure that no one else is there on that.
You have a
that day.
private botanical garden that's over.
No.
400 acres. Oh, sorry, I'm getting angry.
No, just for the day when he wants to propose to me. And then the wedding will be the big public thing. You know, we'll have like a proper royal wedding.
Oh, will you have a cart that you have to go down? Not a go-kart, like the horse and cart, where you go down the street.
Yeah, we wave to people. We do the whole Meghan and Harry
Are you doing the classic wave?
Yeah. I think we've got to experience that once in our lifetimes, you know. And then, so I think the proposal would be like the small person over, like, oh, so classy, so mine feels so demure, and then it's like big fat fuck off wedding.
And then enough of that shit.
Yeah.
Any celebrities you want to fly in for your wedding? You can name 3 celebs, and we will do our best to get them.
Oh my god. So but then the thing is I almost would want her to live on this island. But anyway, I'm going to say Catherine Ryan.
You can talk to her about it.
Talked about it. Catherine Ryan, my first. She's like my favorite comedian, and I'm obsessed with her. And I'm like, my real life boyfriend gets irritated about how much I mention.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're going to ignore not almost Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Talk to Catherine Ryan all day. Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah. I'd be like, she's coming. She's going to be there.
Yeah.
She's just got such a great head on her.
Yeah.
She's obviously very funny, but she's also very intelligent, and I just love all of her relationship advice. Anyway, that's a complete side note.
Okay.
So she'll be there. Okay.
Yes.
And then I feel like, as if it's a royal wedding, I don't want the British royals there.
No.
But I'd quite like Harry and Meghan there.
And
just
you know what?
They
seem to they get along, right? I don't follow them, but so I'm going to count them as one. Like we'll
count Harry and Meghan as one. I don't I don't know them personally. I have no idea what they're actually like. I just felt like they went through a bit of a it would be a bit of a fuck off to the British royal family. And then I'd have, oh my god.
By the way, are they all sat at one table?
Sorry.
You have Catherine Ryan.
Yeah.
Harry and Meghan sat at the one table.
Yeah. Mm.
Good chat, isn't it? And sorry, and who else are you sitting there with them?
Miriam Margolyes.
Yes. Jesus. Okay, this is great.
And the life of a party, I am sure.
Good choices. Okay.
Yep.
I'll also mention I am trying to reach out to Catherine Ryan to actually be on this podcast.
Are you? Oh my god.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
She would. Oh my god, she'd be so good.
She'd be too clever.
Too clever.
Yeah, I just feel like I cannot keep up, but it'd be fun.
And you've got the same surname. You could go in with that angle. Be like, look, I'm one of your Irish relatives.
I don't know how she'd take that.
I mean, she jokes about her Irish relatives and her Irish ancestry all the time. So.
Ooh. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Okay, so do you want any sort of photo op to be done at the wedding or at the even the proposal, just to show people, look, you know, this island is a paradise?
Maybe have like a photo kind of a bit after the proposal, but not in the moment, because it will disturb. I don't love the whole taking photos while the proposal is going on, unless someone just happens to see it.
So like an hour later, we'll get you.
Yeah.
But are these staged photos, or are these like, oh, she didn't see, or they didn't see us taking photos?
They probably would have to be staged, wouldn't they? Practically. But it wouldn't be of the moment. It would just be like, oh, he's proposed.
Right, is that the face you're pulling, like with the hands flailing in the air?
He's proposed. Yeah, no, that was it.
I thought it meant like as in 2V standing like arms around each other smiling, like taking a photo, not
like
what happened.
Yeah, or you could just be like, I don't know, just like you can have a demure one. Maybe we take a demure and mindful one, and then we take a crazy one, and then see how we feel.
And you can decide which one gets sent out to the papers. Good. Okay. There is a knock on your door. Knock, knock, knock.
Oh yeah. Hello. Opening the door.
You're opening. Hello there. It's oh God. Mariah, I think I said the name. Mariah is the name. I'm going on holiday. So I just wanted to have a quick stop by and let you know how well, you're already there, but the botanical garden, how that's going. It's all built, it's all finished. Mariah is going on holidays. She is going to Mexico for 6 weeks.
Okay.
The plane is about to leave. I just need to let you know the money situation isn't great. There was a minus sign in front of the 50 billion. I didn't realize.
Oh.
It's sunny. The glare on the laptop screen blocked it. We need money in fast. So Mariah's going to leave, or I might have said Maria. She likes to change her name.
Yeah.
She's going to leave for the plane. So goodbye and good luck figuring out the economy or the finances. So yeah, she's out. She's on the way onto the plane with her husband Jim. What are you going to do for money?
We would sing for our supper.
Literally sing for your supper.
I think we would create an album, or just a song, of many of the island's best singers, or like different community choirs, and we'd sell the album around the world.
I can hear Bob Geldof tuning up the band as we speak.
We will not have any white savior shit going on.
Okay. Yes.
Bob can advise me, but I will not be doing any feed the world. Do they know it's Christmas?
He will insist on advising.
He will what on advice?
He will insist on advising.
He will insist
how to sing to you.
Yeah.
That's what he'll do.
He will. Yes. I will take his advice, but then I will move on to a single about.
So this single is just we need money. Like after your giant, massive royal wedding, you're now coming cap in hand to the world to be like, we can't afford anything.
like, well, my accountant, my finance minister,
she's in Mexico.
Maria, she has fucked off to Mexico, leaving me with a giant deficit.
She'll be back in 6 weeks.
She'll be back in 6 weeks. Okay. It's hard to wrangle that one.
That's a good title for a song.
It's hard to wrangle that one. It's hard to wrangle that one.
Just get Pedro Pascal to sing it.
Yeah.
It'd be a love song.
And also, maybe I could raise the money. Oh no, I was like, raise the money from amongst my own people. That's awful, isn't it?
What do you mean? What? Have they not been paying their way at all? What do you mean it's awful?
Well, yeah, I guess we would be taxing.
Time to.
We would be. Yeah, we're not going to be a tax haven.
Could you? Because you're about 5 years into this, so you still have about 50,000 men to go. Could you start charging men big rates?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could. Actually, we get the men to pay their way. It would be like reparations for the patriarchy, historical patriarchy.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
And obviously I say this flippantly, but if you're in that situation, you're like, right, we need men to come along here and willingly pay to join the island. Would you go around to some of the women on the island and go, look, ladies, let's admit it. It's time to use some assets. Set up some OnlyFans. Just whatever you need to do, whatever you're comfortable with, obviously. But these fucking idiots will pay anything if they see.
Yeah. Just be like pictures of feet.
Yeah.
Start. Just you don't have to do anything to. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'm not. There's no judgment here on.
Eat an ice cream cone and then charge €50. It'll be great.
Yeah. Maybe we do that. Maybe it's like use the assets. But I'd have to do that too. I couldn't be like you guys. I couldn't pimp out my own women and not do it myself. I'd have to be like,
The title of Dame does come off a bit more seedy when you describe it as pimping your citizens. Yeah. Okay, so you're willing to do that, but they don't have to.
Yeah.
Your main
No, they don't have to.
Yeah.
It's like, we can club together. I think I would campaign it. This is a good idea. Yeah. We would campaign it as like get money off of these dumb fuckers who are going to pay for stupid shit.
Yeah.
Because it's time. That's how we will take money. It's time for
From
our
the men.
revenge. From the men.
I wonder. Oh, will I have it in time? I just realized International Women's Day is March the 8th, and I'm like, should this episode go out then? But okay, that's great. You'll definitely get the money, right?
Yeah,
You'll
we will.
men paying off, they'll pay at least 200 each, right? They're desperate. So that's 5 million or something.
Gosh.
In one go.
Yeah, don't ask me. My maths is terrible.
It's like 10 million, I think. Yeah, it'd be fine. So
that's not a 50 billion hole though. That's quite big.
Yeah, but you charge year on year. It's a year subscription.
Okay.
It's fine. So, and you're not building more gardens and all that.
No, and maybe we could open up the gardens to visitors from other countries and charge them.
Oh, you weren't doing that before. Visitors weren't allowed on the island.
Not yet.
No tourists.
No.
Why?
Well, maybe eventually, but I feel like it would need to be a bit of a safe haven. I don't know. I just feel like tourists ruin everything.
Okay, yeah, you're a small island. You can't afford to be having a load of tourists.
No.
Would you allow? You know the way you said it was a safe haven.
Mm.
If there was a woman in Ireland, it is not my fiance. Before I go any further, a woman on the island, in Ireland, who goes, "This is a terrible relationship. I'm out of here." And then they, I don't know, email Stephania going, "Can I not live there? This fucker, he's so stupid. He spits all over the floor and doesn't clean it. He hates Barbie for stupid reasons." Stuff like that. Would you admit her? Would you say you're safe now and let her onto the island?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just any woman could go, "I need out of here."
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just fuck this.
Right.
It's like that. It's like that thing of, because I was thinking originally, I was like, why would I set up this island? And I was like going between, because I go sometimes between comedy career, to the simple life,
Yes.
And then I could just go and live in a forest or on an island and whatever. And I was like, maybe it's just that's the thing of I just want to go and live in the simple life. But I don't think this island would be the simple life. I think there would be simple life aspects of it, but it would also just be this fun, cool, artsy.
You have a solid gold statue.
And with a tyrant at the helm.
Yeah, you've called yourself
a feminist tyrant.
Okay, no, this is great. Okay, we'll eventually maybe let in a few tourists to get money off them. The only reason why you do tourism. I have a last question for you. At some point, you have to figure out, I imagine, who's going to be your heir or heiress. Maybe it's time for a man in charge. My boy Cat Beep is up here if you want to put him in charge.
Oh, I would definitely. Oh, hello, kitty cat. I would. So, what did you say the name of the cat was?
Beep.
Beep.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
That's Beep.
Oh, that's a very cute name. I would. No, it's not going to be handed over to a man. It wouldn't. No, I'm afraid not. Maybe sometime in the future.
Wait, you just throwing that sentence out there without any meaning behind this. You don't mean that.
Maybe sometime in the future.
Yeah.
No, I know there's potential for a man to lead at some point. They just have to prove themselves a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So you're.
I don't. The thing is, I don't know if I want children. So I don't know if I want an actual biological heir. So I think it would be from a program of leadership.
A what? A leadership?
A program of leadership, a leadership program. There'd be people who signed up to a leadership program and are taught how to lead. And maybe I would select
one from
this leadership.
You wouldn't ask Catherine Ryan.
Oh, that's a good point.
Well, she's
but I think it's because she's older than me. I've just not assumed that she could be my heir.
Oh no, whoever's alive you can pick, basically.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter about age.
No.
I'm thinking about this way too logically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Catherine Ryan would be a good heir.
You're on the wrong podcast to be doing that. But yeah, whoever. So do you reckon she'd go for it? Would she like to be in charge of an island?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think she would. But the thing is I feel like she should set it up before, and I should be her heir. I don't feel worthy.
Oh my God, you talk yourself out of. you doing?
She's had more life experience than me. I feel like she.
You can't on your wedding day run up to her saying, "Oh, I haven't a clue what I'm doing. You should be in charge." It's a terrible thing to say.
It would be. It's not very leader of me, is it? Yeah, no, okay, fine. Catherine Ryan is the heir.
So let's assume she takes over. Would you stay on the island or would you leave? Would you want to get in her
And I
way?
guess what would be the reason that I would be not the leader anymore? Like,
I
feel
thought
like
if you want to retire, but if you want to just keep going.
if I just wanted to retire, maybe I could retire to Sark.
Just over the road or over the wall.
No, I don't. I feel like though, if I've created it as a place that I want it to be, then I probably would just retire on Stephania.
Would you keep your house or your palace, or would you move? Let Catherine have that.
Oh, that's a good point. I think if I've created it myself, I'd be like, no, you can go and have your own palace somewhere else. Or like, because it would be so. I'm very particular with architecture and interior design. I'd be like, no, this is mine. I've created this for life.
Did you just tell Catherine Ryan to fuck off and get her own house?
Like, no, Catherine.
No, Catherine, stop. No, Catherine, you're doing too much now. No.
You can go and have your own house over there.
Now, what if she's one of her first acts is that she brings in these fly sticky paper, puts them around all the lampposts? You're not going to say a word. You're not involved, right?
Oh no, I would get involved. I'd be like, Catherine,
what are you doing?
I respect you.
This is your idol. Yeah.
But I have worked very hard to create a beautiful environment and landscape, aesthetically pleasing.
She's in charge now, though.
She's in charge. Maybe I would like retain some powers.
You are not giving up power until you are in the ground, is what you're saying. And then she
like a true queen.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I feel like if I kept going, then I would get to the point where I've ruined your fandom of Catherine Ryan.
My imagined friendship with Catherine Ryan.
You're a good buddy, isn't it? Yeah, surely. So Dame, oh my God, is it Dame Darcey or just Dame?
Dame, I'd say Dame Steph. Dame Steph. Oh no, Dame Darcey has a ring to it. Dee. Yeah, Dame Darcey of Stephania. We'll go with that.
It's kind of a pity I just thought of that now because I'm stopped calling you Dame now. So thanks for going through Stephania, the fanciest sounding name I think I've had here. Where do people find you online and offline and everywhere else?
So they can find me at Steph Darcey on Instagram, and also, oh no, wait, hold on, I was thinking of the horrible one that we don't use anymore, but no. So at Steph Darcey on Instagram, at Steph.Darcey on TikTok, and then at Steph Darcey, whatever the rest of it is on Bluesky.
I think with Bluesky, I could be wrong, but I think if you just type in Kevin Ryan, it'll come up.
It will come up, yeah. So I'm assuming it does with my account as well. And I'd much rather people find me on Bluesky than anything else because I think it's the answer to everything. No, I'm joking. It's not the answer to everything. But
it is the greatest site ever.
It's a good departure from billionaire owned.
Yes.
Social media.
I do quite like how it started off with the guy who was running Twitter before your man.
Oh,
Dorsey.
Oh God, yeah, Jack Dorsey.
Something like that. And then he set it up, and you're like, all right. Mm-hmm. But then he left because he was like, oh, why are they? I don't know.
Because also I think they set up Bluesky while it was still part of Twitter as like an experiment.
Yeah.
And then somehow Elon Musk made the decision of, get rid of that, but they could go off separately. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I mean, that was a stupid decision on his part. But and then they've somehow managed to siphon off and go off, which is great because, we need to get away from billionaire-owned social media. And I think more people should be, more social media users should be on it. If you don't want to be on social media, then obviously fair enough. Yeah. But I feel like I'm just
I just really like that he went off and was on the board or whatever for Bluesky, but then he fell out with them over content moderation or something like that.
Is that what happened?
Something happened where, again, he's a rich tech bro. And and he disagreed with something that they were like, no, this maybe a block button should actually block people properly, type of thing. And then he
Oh, I
went
see.
and he sold all his shares and went off. And they were like, oh, this is
Oh.
fantastic. So he's not involved at all. Oh, brilliant.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that.
Now maybe he still has shares, but he has no
No,
power
like control
or something like that. But yeah, no, he was involved, and then he had a big tantrum and then left, and everyone was like, wonderful. And then, okay, so Steph, thank you for being on the podcast. Can I ask you, since before you start to fight with Catherine Ryan, is there any last words of wisdom that you would give your citizens in Stephania?
Eat less processed food.
Good. That's wisdom now. That's not just general health.
That it's and really look after your gut microbiome.
Your what?
Because I think it's your gut microbiome.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, healthy gut, healthy mind.
Healthy gut, healthy mind. I think it's the answer to everything. And could sound like complete cuckoo. But yeah, that would be my wisdom. I just think that if you look after your gut, then you're looking after your mind, and then if everyone's mind are looked after, then society hopefully would be better.
Great.
I think also money does come into that as well, obviously.
I thought your wisdom was, healthy gut, healthy mind, money. That's the other thing.
Money's also very much needed to keep people healthy and happy. So yeah.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Yeah. All right. Bye.